Okay guys, in this video I want to talk to you about how to create a culture that's so crazy that literally you can have a company that runs that's so amazing when people walk in and they see it, they say, this has got to be a cult. I've never seen anything like this before. They don't know what to say because for the first time they've seen something and they can never forget it again and they can't unsee it. Because some of you right now, listen to me, you've got a team right now. You may have 20 people and you're watching this and you're a great leader and you're like, man, I'm going to go to the next level. Man, I'm ready to go. Listen, when you go back to your team and you watch this, and you say, all right, guys, we're not good enough. We got to go to another level. We got to do this. You know what they're going to do? They're going to be like, dude, who the hell are you to tell us this? You've been this person the whole time. All of a sudden you watch a training video and now this is the life that you want? No ways. So can I talk to you about how to self-correct a culture first? Okay. Number one, who's in charge? Who's the leader? You are. You're in charge. Now, if you're in charge, who's the person that needs to be apologizing for the culture that currently exists? You are. Can I show you? It goes like this. Hey guys, hey, let's all have a meeting. Number one, I want to talk to you guys. This is a meeting that's going to be a little different than some of the meetings that we had before. You may find a different tone with me. You may look in my eyes, you may see a different person. It's because I woke up and I had an awakening and I just want to apologize, first of all, to everybody here. I want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry because you guys are an amazing team. You guys are incredible and you guys are great. And I haven't been the leader that I should be for you guys. Like, I know that. Like, I've been doing a lot of reflecting. I've been doing a lot of looking in the mirror and I've been doing a lot of self-developing. And I've spent some money on myself now in training and studying leadership. And I'm not anywhere near where I want to be, but I'm going to be. And I want to ask you guys if you'll forgive me and if I can look at all you guys in the eyes and you guys will accept my apology for not being the best version of me for you. Will you guys forgive me? I want you to look at me. I want you to understand I'm dead serious when I say this. It's embarrassing for me to do this. It's very humbling for me to do this, but it's very important for me to do this. The reason why is because I think that our company is a gold mine. Matter of fact, I know it is. And I know that all of you here are capable of so much more. I'm looking at you, Dan. Dan, you're amazing. The way that you talk to people, and then I'm looking at where you're at like production-wise. And Dan, you're the best in the game. I know you are. Your heart's in the right place. You love people. I just haven't spent any time developing you. I haven't spent any time coaching you. Dan, when is the last time I positively peer pressured you to reach for more? When's the last time we've sat down one-on-ones? Dan, I've done so many things wrong with you, and your potential is so high. I look at all you guys right now, and I just realized that I am blessed with the greatest team. We have the greatest foundation in the world. We are ready to build a house as long as the leader is ready, okay? Because everything falls and rises on the leader. So I want to say, number one, I'm sorry, and thank you guys. Thank you guys for hearing me out there. Now, number two, can I ask for permission when I go to push myself? Can I ask for permission since you guys have so much potential? Is it okay if I push you guys to your potential and your standard? And can we all together as a team and a company commit to a new level of development? Can we all together positively peer pressure each other to be better every day? For our families, for each other, for our kids, for our wives, for our husbands, and for our customers. Can we do that? Who's with me? Raise your hand. Everybody's going to raise their hand. What did I just do? I just reset the culture. One conversation, I apologized, and I said that this is my fault. Now listen, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to rewatch this video. I need you to watch it probably 400 times until you understand exactly how I framed the room to understand my empathy for number one, the mistake that I made and that it disgusts me. But number two, I realize it's not about who I am, it's about who I'm becoming. So I've made the decision, which everything changes with decisions. Your future that you have, the life you have now is you have because based off the decisions you made yesterday, and the life you'll have tomorrow, and your future is based on the decisions you make right now. So everything has to do with decisions. So you're showing your team that you make a decision right now, right, to change. And that tell them it's humiliating. It really is. And they're like, no, don't be embarrassed. You want them to say, oh, don't be. No, I am embarrassed because I am so much better than this. And I want so much more for you guys. And I don't know where I got lost along the way, guys. I don't know where I conformed. I don't know how I let mediocrity crawl on me. I don't know how I let society tell me I wasn't worth anymore. I don't know if it was me internally just not believing in me anymore. I don't know. But I know that it ends today. And I made that decision. And I want to say I'm sorry because you guys deserve better. But now I'm going to become a great leader. Now I want to ask for permission as I go on this journey to greatness, as I go on this journey to change, as we go on this journey to build this great company, I want to ask for permission to positively peer pressure you guys while I do it myself with you guys to grow with me. Who in here wants to max out their potential with me? Raise your hand. See? Now all of a sudden, people are like, oh dude, I'm in. Yeah, I want to do that too. You see that? You know why? Because literally you're not getting onto them. You don't have the right to get onto them right now. You don't have the right to self-correct them right now. You must self-correct yourself in front of them, reset the culture, reset the bar. Empathy comes in, they forgive you, we all grow. Okay? Also, couple days down the road, you also explain to them that moving forward, we are going to live by these standards, these core values. You may even say, hey guys, we're going to cut off work an hour late or an hour early, and we're going to write down some core values and things that we need to stand by in our company that we can keep as reminders. I want to build one on the wall. We're going to use them as screensavers on our phones, and we're going to live by these values together, and we're going to push each other. And if somebody's not following the standard, I want us to not have any ego. I want us to give each other permission to hold each other accountable to keep us in line with these new standards. And listen, I give you all permission right now. If I fall out of line with one of these standards, I want you to tell me. And I will say, thank you, I owe you, and I will change. That's how to reset a culture, guys. By the way, if you don't change, and I mean like once I reset the culture, I have to change because now everybody's made the decision to change, but they're looking at me and they're like, now, is he really going to change? If you go right back to being the same you after this meeting, they will go back to being the same, and you can't reset the culture twice. You only get one crack at it, okay? Or you got to get fired and someone else got to come in. You get one shot, okay? You know Eminem's song, you got one shot? You got one shot. But once you make the commitment to self-develop and change, you're going to do it, right? Okay, so you have nothing to worry about. And that's why you build this with your team. So